Hi, it's Joy, and today we're watching Frieren Beyond Journey's End, Season 1, Episode 17, Take Care. Thank you so much, Louise, for sponsoring. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and let's go! Is it too cold for them to sleep outside when they're on the travellings? What are the words? He'll miss them if he goes. Of course. Oh, good, good. Yeah. They were in the middle of the wilderness last time. Shady old man. Of course. What's she learning this time? Oh yeah, he was like, oh, we'll spend time together for a little bit longer. Will we trust this man? What happened, kids? I love that Frieren was like, I need help. Oh, children. Yeah. Did you do the same to her? I mean, doing it from behind as well is a little bit like she can't see what's happening. It'd be one thing if, like, face on, you can be like, "Ha, I'm gonna get you with my hands." Oh. He didn't mean that. And your response is okay as well. He's gonna choose to stay with us, alright? They're kids, let them figure it out in their own pace. If they even want to, they might just want to keep their friendship how it is. Well, to her you are. The party needed a priest, we needed a healer. She's trying harder with people. I really hope he gets to find him. Like, whether it's later, like he can go with us potentially and not find him just yet, but... Take care. Then there were 3. Is he gonna realize he's gonna regret not being with them? But he knows where they're going, so he can easily, like, just go to one of the stops on their route and be like, have you seen these people? Oh, they've already come through, I'll follow them. Or, oh, you haven't seen them? Well, they'll be headed this way, I'll wait for them. Like... Is there something else going on, which is why they're not waking up? Are they sick? Or is there like a magic-y thing happening to them? Handy. Of course they'd get sick as soon as he vanished. That's good. In the middle of winter. We have visitors. That's what the cow just said. I speak cow.
どうしたの？フリーレン様。
There's nothing wrong with needing comfort when you're not feeling well, sweetheart.
子供扱いしないでください。
You're both children to Frieren. Dedication to get them herbs to make her feel better. I support it. Whoa. Tree appears to still be there.
綺麗だね。
Mm-hmm.
フェルンにも見せてあげたかった。
なあ、なんでフェルンの手を握ったんだ？普段はそこまで子供扱いしてねえだろ。
子供扱いしたつもりはないよ。
Trying to comfort her because she's
フェル
poorly.
ンが辛そうだったからって。
多分人には心の支えが必要なんだ。
Mm-hmm.
支えてもらって悪い気分になるやつはいねえ
Some
よ。
people struggle to admit that they need it and they like it, but everyone needs it.
うなされていたから。
Mm.
風の時は心細いからね。
That's the real reason she was doing it, and probably why she did it with Fern when she was
こうして
young.
よく手を握ってくれた。
Because he did it with
不思議
her.
と落ち着くんだ。
Oh.
子供の頃の話でしょ。
心の支えが必要なのは子供だけじゃない。
俺がいたからだ。甘えている姿なんて人に見られたくなんかない
When
よ
you're
ね。
sick, you deserve to be.
ありがお礼にシュタルクが風邪をひいた時は私が手を握ってあげるね。
やだよ。恥ずかしい。
She's gonna do it, and you're gonna like it, and you're gonna let her.
じゃあキノコしょっと。
思ったよりもでっかい。
They are bigger than I expected.
あとかき混ぜて。
魔女みたい。
I was also thinking it looks like a witch's brew.
口すぐに良くなるから。フリーレン様、私はもう
This
子供
doesn't mean you don't deserve comfort and
知
love.
ってる。知っているよ。
Mm-hmm. Take care. Mm-hmm.
本当にありがとうございました。
だいぶ良くなったな。
目指すは魔法都市オイサーストだ。
Oysast, I feel like she says. I'm never going to be able to say the city's name. Okay, so I really enjoyed these episodes. One of my favourite things this show does is it gives us these moments in these episodes to breathe and just be with the characters. And things still happen, plot still happens, and we learn about the characters, but we get to just see them existing. It's just so beautiful to see, and it's made me really attached to our main three. And like probably if Saiyan has to, like Saiyan was growing on me. Like the less creepy comments there were, the more he was growing on me, and I presume we'll see him again at some point, because whether he finds his friend or not, which I hope he does, like he might well get to the city and find out, oh, actually, yeah, no, Gorilla's gone to heaven, and then he'd be like, oh, off we go. I mean, hopefully not like literally gone to heaven, like they're going to heaven. If he does want to find them again, he knows their end destination. So all he can ask around after them, and like given that they've literally just will have passed through within a month or two of him being there, if they have beat him to it, people will remember them, especially as there aren't many elves around. She's very noticeable. So I feel like he will be able to catch up with them, whether his mission is successful or not. But I enjoyed that we had those 6 months. Well, it was 6 months again, Jesus Christ. That 2 months, wasn't it? Where they got to spend time just existing and being together. And when he suddenly realised that he was like, fine, we'll have this time together. And then they spend it completely apart. But I think they all kind of needed that time to decompress, to be themselves, to work on what they wanted to work on. Because as much as like you can love the people that you're around, when you are with someone 24/7 hours of a day, sometimes you do just want that little bit of alone time, that little bit of me time to just do something that centers you in being you. And I mean, the closest I have to that was when I went interrailing for a month in Europe, around Europe with my friends after uni. And like, so we'd spend like 24/7, like, we'd stay together in hostels, like sharing rooms, like on the trains together, like we were constantly together. So when we'd get to a restaurant and there'd be free Wi-Fi, we'd all be immediately on our phones, like checking in on stuff, like having that little moment to just be like in our own brains, even though we were together. And like every fucking waiter was like, oh, all on your phones, kids, today. And it was like, I'm sorry, we talk 24/7. What are you talking about? Like, can we have half an hour of like quiet time? Anyway, it's a completely different circumstances. But when you're constantly traveling with someone, it can be really nice to have that alone time, that me time, that time to just be yourself and be alone with your thoughts. And I feel like that sort of 2-month stint where they still had time together, they still spent time together, especially like the main three, but they were also able to kind of Frieren was able to learn her magic stuff, and Stark exercised, and they were able to be themselves. And yeah, we are definitely watching as Fern and Stark sort of circle around each other. Now, I'm not forcing anything. I think they'd make a very, very sweet little couple, but at the same time, if they just want to be friends, I fully support that as well. I just enjoy watching them care about each other as much as like at the beginning, and she was like, oh, boy, I don't want to care about him. And it's very nice to kind of watch as they do and as they muddle through and figure things out. And I like that they kind of were both in the wrong in that incident because he didn't do anything wrong. Like, yeah, like coming up behind her, grabbing her shoulder, and then touching her face, that is a little weird. But his intention was just to do what she had done to him, which was, haha, my hands are cold, feel it against your face. Like, there was nothing wrong in what he was doing in his intention, but the way he went about it was a little off. And then her getting really angry at him or whatever was also a little off because, yeah, it frightened her, it was scary, it was unexpected, but she should have just said, what, no, like, how you did that was wrong, don't do that again. And so I'm glad that they got to that place. And then, yes, saying leaving. I was half expecting him to like run and join them, especially when he was like, I don't want to live with any more regrets. I was thinking he's going to regret leaving their party because he doesn't even know for sure Gorilla is going to be at the city he's going to. He just knows that's where he went. But I also understand why his entire like driving force right now is finding his best friend. So I fully support that. And then the three of them, Fern getting sick and being wonderful. Frieren, stop embarrassing me, stop holding my hand. But everyone deserves love and comfort. There is no age limit on deserving comfort and deserving affection. And so I think it did mean the world to Fern when Frieren said, yeah, I know you're not a child. I know you're not. Even though both Stark and Fern are going to be children to Frieren for forever. Like that, you can think of someone as a child to you, even while acknowledging they're not a child, if that makes sense. But I like that she ultimately did accept the comfort. And then when Frieren remembered the reason she did this thing, and probably the reason she did it when Fern was a child and was unwell, was because Himmel had done it to her because his mother had done it to him. And I think that kind of beautiful domino effect of love and affection is something that is really special and really beautiful. And it's a very kind of on the nose, overt way of like my view on how the people we love stay with us even after they're gone. Like, I don't believe in heaven or anything, but I do believe that the love and affection you show to people and you give to people, all the good you pour into someone, every time they then pour that into somebody else, the original person is still there. We might not remember them anymore, we might not know who they were or what their story was, but they are still with us, and I believe that. And I think this was a really lovely example of that. Like, Himmel is gone, his mother is long gone, but that gesture, that kindness, that love is still there and still being passed down. And I am sure that at some point, if Fern, maybe even Stark, is with somebody else who is in pain, who is struggling, they'll take their hand as well to give them that comfort because they will be continuing on the past, the love. And I love how immediately they're like, she's sick, we've got to stop, we've got to heal her. They went off on their crazy adventure to find all the different supplies. The mushrooms were scary and huge and the potion was creepy, but it worked. Now my thought would be, can we bottle some of that up? Like, she was making a very big cauldron full. Can we like carry some of that with us so that if one of us gets sick in the future, we can just take a little swig and not have to go through all the effort? But it was very lovely to see them all care about each other. And I liked that this episode, there wasn't a big fight, there wasn't a big dramatic moment. It was just these characters existing, caring about each other and being there for each other. I love the dramatic moments, don't get me wrong, but shows that aren't afraid to give you episodes where the characters just get to be are so important to me because I love action scenes. I love the dramatic stuff. Like when they were fighting the demons in that city, oh my god, those were such good episodes. But my absolute favourite part of all shows are the characters and their relationships with each other and their own development, and we got a really lovely episode for that in this episode. So yes, a reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon 2 weeks in advance, the edited version 1 week in advance, and thank you so much for watching.